Hold up. Before you hit checkout and buy a comic from a trending list, watch this video. Hey, how's it going? I'm Mikey, and this is Comics by the Cover. If you are new to the channel, I first want to say thank you. I appreciate you being able to find me. If you are returning to the channel, I want to say thank you. You're super awesome. You're the best. I appreciate you greatly. This is a weekly video series in which we explore the top 10 lists as ComicTom puts it out every week, and just kind of provide some additional context for this list and whether or not these are books that you particularly might be interested in wanting to buy, or that books that you should potentially pass on. To help make that decision process easier, I do pull my Instagram on Thursdays. And I give them the first 10 on Thursday, the first 10 on Friday, and I ask people, is these books that you are interested in wanting to buy, or are these books that you are looking to potentially pass on? And then I put together a video regarding those polls and provide those to you as my buy or pass report. Just to make a correction from last week's video, we pointed out in 186 as being the first appearance of Chthon. He does actually make an appearance, as pointed out by a viewer, in Marvel Chiller's number 2 as the other. And when he does make his appearance in 186, he just does it in the possession of Scarlet Witch. So it's not really a full appearance technically there either. So, you know, you might be more interested in wanting to bank on Marvel Chiller's number 2 as the preferred appearance if you are wanting to go that route, with Chthon as potentially being the big bad in the WandaVision television series. With that clarity there, I also wanted to say that I will be putting out a new video series as well, which is kind of spinning off from this one, which will focus on the top 5 buys from the trending 20 list, and I'll look at potentially putting that out, if not later today on the 21st, then on Monday the 22nd for you. So stay tuned if you are interested and wanting to know what the top 5 buys were for the week. So with that said, we're going to go ahead and get this list started off right now. Coming in at number 10 on the list was the Excalibur number 18. This is the Russell Dauterman variant. This is a ratio variant, so 1 in 25. It trended on the list because it's just a hot cover. This is Rogue throughout the years. I mean, I think it's a great cover. I think that it looks really good. I really am a big fan of his artwork. But as you can see, 42% of people said that this is something that they are wanting to buy, with 58% of people saying that they are going to pass on this issue. That's pretty middle of the ground if I think about it. As you can see, based on a poll that I did previously, 63% of people do feel compelled when it comes to buying variants, especially of key issues. However, with this issue, this is not a key issue. So I would say if it's something you are interested on, it's something you could probably wait out for it. And I'm going to bet that in about another 6 months, 9 months, maybe even a year, depending on how long you want to wait for it, this book will probably drop significantly in value. So coming in at number 9 on the list, we have Action Comics number 689. This is the Resurrection of Superman, as well as the first appearance of Superman in the black suit. This book trended because, of course, the Justice League Snyder Cut is getting closer, and its appearance is inevitable in that movie. So people were out buying this book. And I think the reason why is because people are probably kind of associating this to being like the black suit with Spider-Man, thinking that, oh, you know, that issue trends well with Amazing Spider-Man 252. They think that, well, maybe this is something that people want to cash in. I don't think that's the case. Even though this does represent a key moment in Superman's life, I personally don't recall any other instances where this suit makes an appearance in the Superman line. I will admit I'm not a DC person, so maybe it does make another appearance, but to my knowledge, it does not. Nothing I can find that was really kind of devoted to our research, to be honest with you, to see if it does make another appearance. I will point out, though, you know, if this is something you are interested in, I did poll regarding the Justice League Snyder Cut. 42% of people said that they were excited, while 58% felt that they were overhyped. I think that's reflective in this poll, with 29% of people saying that it's something they want to buy, 71% of people saying they want to pass. This is a really easy to find book. I would not overpay on this book. You can probably find this in the dollar bin. I don't think your shops are going to be marking this book up because it is just in such abundance, and they would have to go through all their dollar bins to probably find this book in order to mark it up. This is the years of the million print runs, so that's what that is regarding this book. So anyways, going on to the next on the list. Coming in at number 8 was New Avengers number 7. This is a hot book. I mean, this sells for a pretty price. I'll put the price right here for you. But you know, it trends pretty often, I would say, on this list. You see it all the time. It's the first appearance of the Illuminati. You know, if you're not familiar with the Illuminati, they're just a group of people that of the smartest minds come together to help solve problems. And a lot of people spec on this book for the MCU, but the truth is only one member is viable right now for it, and that's Doctor Strange. Mr. Fantastic hasn't appeared yet, even though we know we are getting the Fantastic Four. We haven't seen Professor X, even though we know we might be getting the X-Men soon. We also got Black Bolt and Namor. So these are characters that comprise of the initial group. Now, of course, they could always change it up and add in new people instead. But if you are interested in this book, as you can see, 79% of people said it is something they want to buy. 21% of people saying pass. So if you do see this book when you're out, I do recommend that you do pick it up. I will also point out that there is a variant issue for this, which doesn't sell for as much. So you may be able to find that one as well. This is a very recognizable and hot cover. Yeah, definitely get that out. This is some Doctor Strange 2 spec, and there's some more Doctor Strange 2 spec on the list, and I have some information that I would tell you about those, which I think you might find helpful. So coming in at number 7 is another variant cover. This is the Spider-Woman number 9. This is a gorgeous cover. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I think it's just stunning. I'm surprised I didn't pick it up, and I know. Oh, that's right. It's a 1 in 25 rose beige variant, so that's probably it's a ratio variant. If it was just a regular variant, I probably would have grabbed it. But I'm not really about the ratio variants. Hot cover. This is 57 people said that they are looking to buy this, with 43% saying they're passive, this polls very, very well for a variant cover. Oftentimes with these variant covers, they tend to pull a little bit reversed here. Usually you get 40%-ish people will pass on these, while 60% will usually buy variant covers. So this one pulled very high. So if this is a cover that you are interested in, I would say keep an eye out. You probably will see a dip after these initial introductions, which often happens with variants. But if this is something you do want, I would say mark it for your list and come back and revisit it. There's really not much else to say about those variants. We already showed you the poll on what people think about hot variants. This is not a key issue. There's nothing that significant happens in this issue that I could determine for it. Coming in at number 6, we had a Spectacular Spider-Man at number 98. This is the first appearance of Spot. As ComicTom pointed out, it's issue number 99. He makes his first cover appearance, which I like and is a much way cooler cover personally. He is rumored to be the villain of Into the Spider-Verse. As you can see, this is a this is a 50-50 split. I think it's funny that it came up as a split because the cover on it. It's gave it an equal divide there, right? This is a pretty cool book, I would say, but if you are interested in wanting to go this route for Spot as being a character into the Spider-Verse, then you may want to bank on Cloak's first appearance from Cloak and Dagger. They fortunately appear together in their first appearance. And the reason why is because Spot's powers is derived from Cloak. So I can't see them doing this origin without bringing that up to some capacity. That would be my only challenge with it. The other thing I would say, if you are interested in this character, another book that previously made trending list was Spider-Man number 234, which was the return of the new Sinister Six. So that might be a book that you want to pick up as well. That was previously hot. That may be something that comes back around based on the popularity of this book now. So coming in at number 5 on the list, we have Doctor Strange number 81. This is the first appearance of Rintrah, who's rumored to appear in the Doctor Strange 2 movie. As you can see, 43% people said that it's something they're interested in buying, while 57% said that they are going to pass on this book. So this is a pretty middle-of-the-road book. And I will say that sales have been spiking significantly on this book post-video. And this book is, on average, was a $5 book, and now people are trying to sell this thing for $30. It's, personally, in my mind, I think it is a pass. I don't really see a lot of viability for this character. Now, anything is possible. It is the MCU, and we can't necessarily predict things. But if you are a purist for appearances, I will point out that the character does make an appearance in issue number 80 as well, in Shadows at the very end. I'll put that panel there for you can see that one. But basically what happens with this character in this issue, Doctor Strange's body is dying, so he takes on the astral projection spirit of Doctor Strange until Doctor Strange can recover, and then he makes a few appearances in the issues throughout the 80s and into the early 90s. But after that, the character kind of goes cold after that, and you don't really see much more of him. If you are interested in some Doctor Strange 2 spec, I would recommend this right here for you. This is the first appearance of Shoma Gorath. He has a lot more viability, I think, because he is the Lord of Chaos. He does appear across multiverses. So, you may get this a double whammy with this character. He's kind of a low-key enough character that, if he makes an appearance, I want to expect a high dollar return on this. A lot of times you can't spec a lot with villains. But one character that I do think that if you are interested in Doctor Doctor 2 spec theories. I'm a big fan of Bats the dog. I think that he's a likable character. You've been seeing a lot of animals make appearances in the MCU recently, so I can see this one being a viable animal introduction as well in the Doctor Strange 2. He does unfortunately pass away, but hey, good news, he comes back in the greatest way possible. A dog that you can communicate with in number 385. Coming in at number 4 was House of Secrets. Number 1, this is the first appearance of Cressida. I don't really have much to say about this book. As you can see, I've fallen deeply in that pass ratio of 86%. 86% of the people polled said they're going to pass on this book, but only 14% of people said that they're interested in buying. She's supposed to make some appearances in the Joker series upcoming, but again, I think that is only a limited series, so you might be limited on her appearances as well. So buyer beware, buy at your own risk. I probably would not overpay for this. If this is a character you might want to revisit, I definitely would come back 6 months from now. And if you're interested in seeing how any of these books poll 6 months from now, highly recommend JP's Budget Collecting. He does a fantastic job on reviewing these books 6 months later. So coming in at number 3 on the list, we have the Last Ronin, number 2. To provide some clarity here and some transparency, I forgot to put this on the list when I first did my polls, so I pulled this after the fact. So this might not be the final numbers, but I think we're kind of get the general feel of how this is going. This feels like election night, right? This is 78% of the people said that they're interested in buying this book, with 22% of people passing. This is a 1 in 10 Sophie Campbell variant. Last Ronin is a hot series. I think Turtles are still going pretty strong right now, even though I do see some potential cooling off right now. So if you are interested in this, I just would recommend picking up a regular issue of The Last Ronin. I don't think you're going to get any much more value by having this ratio variant personally. So coming in at number 2 on the list is New Avengers number 40. This is the first appearance of Varanki, who is a Skrull Queen, who is speculated to appear potentially in the Captain Marvel 2 and set up some of the Secret Invasion stuff. I can definitely see that this character is a viable appearance. Coming up, my only challenge with this speculation is the fact that she takes the role of Jessica Drew, who makes her first appearance in Marvel Spotlight number 32, and she carries that role for several books before her reveal in this issue and her first full appearance. The problem, of course, being Sony still owns the rights to Spider-Woman, if I recall. So how are they going to do that if they want to introduce this character? So that would be my hold up on the speculation. The only thing that I could see as a viable path if they want to go that route is potentially use a character that's already existing in the MCU, such as Maria Hill, and then retcon her character as being the identity theft, or the person that she's posing as a option for you. So if you are interested in Maria Hill's first appearance, that's this right here. The other thing I would say regarding Secret Invasion is a lot of this is first set in the Savage Land. So if you're interested in the Savage Land's first appearance, that might be an option for you as well. Finally, another coming in at number 1 on the list was Taskmaster number 3. This is again a split issue. This is the first appearance of Taeyuki, who is a Korean character. We talked about him last week, who had a variant issue, and you can see how that pulled right here. This is they're split on this. Again, you're seeing a lot of push with some of these Asian characters. It's hard to determine long-term viability. I know there's going to be a push for the Asian market. We know that's coming, but as far as long-term goes when it comes to these characters, that's the question. I was actually did some history looking up on some Asian characters. There's not a lot of significant ones that I would say that would be of concern for you. Some of the characters I think that you might want to see or potentially come into this outside of the New Agents of Atlas. We might see Amadeus Cho, whose appearance right here is in Amazing Fantasy number 15. We might see Silhouette. Personally, the only other one I think that is of interest to me is Colleen Wing. She did make an appearance in the Iron Fist show. I think when you're looking at Shang-Chi as this catalyst for the Asian market, you might see Iron Fist, and the reason why I say that is because we're getting back Daredevil. We know we're getting back Punisher. We know we're getting back Jessica Jones, so maybe we'll get back Iron Fist as well. He did have a new book launch out recently, so that means there is some renewed interest in Iron Fist. If you are looking for Iron Fist first appearance, it's a little bit pricey. It's right here for you. But if you're looking for Colleen Wing's first appearance, it's this one right here. and that might be a better choice for you when it comes down to appearances for older Asian characters. But of course, one of the most classic Asian characters for Marvel is of course Sunfire, who might be the prime choice if you're looking to want to get a early first appearance of any of the Asian market characters who may make an appearance in the MCU. So with that said, that is the list. I hope it was helpful for you. Hopefully you got some new information, and as always, thank you for watching, and bye.